Good. Good Tuesday. Guys worked hard, got a lot of work done, got a lot of things done in here. Got a good full practice, running, throwing, offense, defense. Thought defense did some really nice things. Offense too. I really liked a lot of the attitude of what we did, and just the total execution. Pretty good day, all the way around. Questions?
Jimbo, it's going to be a nice day on Saturday, but is there any disadvantage in any way to having to spend so much time indoors?
No, not at all.
Advantage that you guys have this, we would have had to practice out.
Exactly right. You don't have to go out there and practice and save injuries. Slip and slide on that wet field, tear a groin, tear a muscle, all kind of things right now. We've already went through wet ball. We do wet ball in here every day. At this time of year, no, this is why you have this thing.
You guys do wet ball.
We do it all the time. We do them Tuesdays and Wednesdays, snapping wet balls during the week, snap them, throw them. I mean, we practice. And then we go and during the season, we practice a lot. When it rains and doesn't lightning, we practice in the rain. Now, that's not a problem. But so we try to prepare for that all the way through.
Jimbo, James had an ankle brace on. I'm sure he did it yesterday too. He saw him break off a run earlier in practice. He didn't really favor it. How have you seen him?
Oh, he's been great. He's been healthy. We just do that as preventive stuff. I mean, you tape or what, ankle brace one or two. So.
Is there anything in particular that's made Florida's running game so effective this year, or just
good big back? Here, you want to run the ball good, get good backs. You want to throw the ball good, get good quarterback and receiver, and always have good linemen. They got big linemen, they got good backs. I mean, they do, and their quarterbacks are dual threats, so they can run the football.
Is what they do at all similar to Boston College in terms of lining up and running? Or?
Similar, yeah. I mean, there's some similarities, a lot of difference though. Still a lot of differences, but still similarities.
In terms of like physicality and things like that.
Yes.
Jimbo, I already checked, and Auburn didn't have a game that day. But do you recall the tie in 1994? Were you watching it on TV?
Tie what?
The choke.
The tie with Florida here, the 31-31. Do you remember seeing that, or were you watching it?
Mm-hmm.
Or what was going through your mind if you recall that?
Just crazy. I mean, it was crazy. Just excited. I mean, just fun to watch them because I like Florida State. I wanted Coach Bowden and them to win, so it was just great to see a game of that magnitude and a comeback of that magnitude. It was fun to watch. I was just enjoying it.
Would you wanted to go for two?
No. It's not right there. No, you don't do that right there unless there's a chance. I mean, something that the tie hurts you with, to bring your team back that far and lose it on something like that. I mean, that's really still with a minute something still in the game. You take a lot of chances on that. I mean, there's a lot of time. I mean, and Coach Bowden usually does go for two. You go back to Miami games back in 80 or 81 down there, 10-9, and then to 27-26 or 26-25 here. I mean, he's usually a guy who does do that. But there's a certain time when you come back to that magnitude, that's still a reward.
Did Lorenzo practice at all today, Featherston?
He did some exercise stuff. He didn't practice.
Well, his status.
Day by day.
Okay.
It's all day by day.
Are you kind of surprised at how physical they are up front?
You better talk quick. They override. Then they override you, don't they?
Are you kind of surprised at how physical they are up front, though?
Who's that?
The Gators.
No, heck no. I mean, I know they're guys we recruited. I mean, those guys they're big, athletic guys on both sides of the ball.
We talked a lot about Trayon on Monday. Jeff Driscoll, last quarterback to beat you guys. What does he possess, especially this year in a secondary role for them?
I mean, he's going to be an experienced guy that can come in and can throw the ball, but when he runs it, he's a big physical guy. It's hard to get on the ground, and he can run. People don't run. I mean, he's got good speed. He's a heck of an athlete. Tough guy.
Have you seen them change their packages? Anything?
No, not much. No. Lately, they've been doing what they've been doing.
Kareem Marr's missed the last couple of days. Kareem Marr has missed the last couple.
Sick. He had a real bad. He had temps like 102 or something. So I mean, another day, hopefully tomorrow he'll be okay or so. But just is nothing but the bug got him.
Coach, awards are going to be announced soon with Aguayo.
Awards.
Awards are going to be.
Say awards. That's the word.
With Aguayo, more than likely going to be announced for a finalist. I mean, how much does he deserve to win it, or is it again?
Well, I mean, I don't know all the kickers out there, and I don't mean when I say that about our players. I mean, whoever, if they win them, I'm all for them, and I think they should. We have tremendous players. I don't know who else is out there, but I mean that guy right there is as good as there is now. I mean, if somebody wins it over him, he's a heck of a player. You know what I mean? And that there may be, I don't know, but that guy, I wouldn't trade him. I know that.
It seems like they try to confuse you a lot. Doing a lot of schemes with the running game, and they're not really a run you down your throat type of team, but they do a lot of.
Though. They pound it pretty good with counters and powers and good hard zone plays. I mean, they're a downhill running football team now, and but they do mix things. I mean, they have a good mix with the diversity in which they use.
As far as the formations.
Yes, and runs. I mean, they do a multitude of runs and things. Well, the quarterback runs.
Will this be the toughest challenge for Roderick, the kind of defensive ends they have?
I mean, to just play and don't worry about them. Because, I mean, you go against Mario every day. You go against some other really good guys, but they have some dynamic guys also. But just realizing that it's a game and just stay fundamentally sound. Don't get caught up worrying who it is. Just block the player. But that's going to be very tough because they are very, very talented. Very talented.
When they added Treon to the starting lineup, what did that do to the run game to have that dual threat guy with the read?
Well, really, Driscoll does. See, you go back and say that Driscoll was a dynamic runner too. I mean, he'd had some turnovers, I guess, is why they had some tough situations. But Driscoll is a very dynamic guy that way too. But Treon's a great player. I mean, he's a heck of a player. That's why we recruited him.
On Sunday, you were on SportsCenter. It seemed like you were defending, being that.
That was the way the questions were right now. I'm not. Well, whatever they are. Okay, question. No, they were trying to get you to be defensive. It's part of it. But just tell them my opinion. They like it. They like it. They don't. They don't. Move on.
Are you getting tired of that fact that you guys are undefeated?
I have no problem with that. Just keep winning, keep playing. You can't control that. But they asked my opinion, so I gave it. So now I'll go get ready for Florida.
How proud of you were for the team to be able to pull together and get that victory after such a tragic week last week?
Trust that what?
A tragic week last week. How proud
It
of
wasn't
you?
tragic week. It was a great week. Our
What do
team
you
played
think
very
is
well.
the library shooting?
Oh, the library shot. Oh, I thought you meant that as far as
Right.
that. For the community,
Right.
yes. I mean, I think very dynamic. I think very dynamic because, I just, athletics has a way of start healing. It never heals you. It doesn't replace all the things that happen, but maybe for 4 or 5 hours or 3 hours, however long it can be, maybe your mind can drift away to an enjoyable place and watching something like that. And I think that's what athletics brings. And I think it was great that we were able to be victorious to keep hopefully keep those boots in a good shape. But again, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone still involved in that situation, and also with the officers that had the tragedies this weekend, also in the sheriff's department and the TP and everyone else involved. And it's a shame these things happen in the world. I mean, service people trying to service our country and our communities, and tragedies happen. And our thoughts and prayers with their families also.
Is this these guys catching balls? Is this a standard thing, or is this maybe just coming out of Saturday?
They do it all the time. Maybe you catch balls before practice, after practice. So many you have to have.
You don't have a few more when they have drops? A little extra?
Nah, I mean, it doesn't. You can't, because you dwell on negatives. I mean, just go back to fundamentals and do your routine.
We've seen Dalvin and Travis really, excel as freshmen. What does Erman need to do to be on the same page, to see a few more plays on the field?
I'm sorry,
what does Erman need to do to see a few more plays on the field?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the rotation, he's been seeing a lot of plays. He's made a lot of plays. I mean, we tried to throw him a touchdown in Miami, and he's made some big catches for us throughout the year. So, I mean, we just keep being consistent, and those guys will keep playing, and he's in the rotation. I have no hesitation putting Erman in the game. Put him in second.
Was he kind of disappointed dropping that pass in Miami?
Oh, I'm sure. Anybody drops a pass, it's disappointing, but I may move on, make a play next day. He made 2 or 3 really good plays in that game also.
What's the team's plan for Thursday?
I'm sorry?
What's the team's plan for Thursday?
We'll practice a little bit earlier, around 1 o'clock, and then we'll have a 3 o'clock team there. Wednesday night, we'll take them to all the coaches' houses. We'll have the position meetings, have the Thanksgiving dinner to house with the wives and families and all that stuff. And then Thursday, we'll have a team dinner at 3 after we get off the practice field. Stay together for Thanksgiving family. That's the most important thing.
Anything special on the menu?
Oh, a bunch of good stuff. Everything. That's a good thing about Thanksgiving. Everything's on the menu.
The shrimp thing they eat on Thanksgiving.
All of it.
Do you have final say on the menu?
We try to give a normal Thanksgiving
Trust
menu.
the caterer.
Yeah, we give a normal Thanksgiving menu.
Does the camaraderie with the team kind of ease, especially on those guys who are far away from home?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Try to give them some relief and be a family here for them. And, and athletics, we don't always get holidays. I mean, a lot of times it's Christmases and New Year's and Thanksgiving, football, we're usually playing. Because that's what everybody wants to do, go home and eat and watch a ball game. So, for them, that's why we try to make this like a family, because those holidays we are together so much and try to reiterate that we'll try to help take care of it.
Is there any benefit to having a relaxed day like Thursday before the game was there?
It's the same. I mean, we just move it up an hour or two. I mean, we still have the exact same day, except we just have that dinner afterwards, get them off the field a couple hours earlier. But still, for them, it's still the same routine.
Is it tough for motivating a guy to practice on a holiday?
Yeah. They know why they're here. They're mature. They handle their business and move on.
It's like they're seeing a lot of pressure, during, you see some of their film, they seeing a lot of pressure at the quarterback. Is that something that, the offensive line is looking forward to this week coming up?
Oh, they're going to bring pressure. They can rush the passer. They can affect the quarterback with 4-man rush, 3-man rush, or with their blitz packages. So we're going to have to really be on our P's and Q's and make sure we put a hat on the hat and get the right guys on the right guys. No doubt.